Famcast Media, bitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, persons of all ages, welcome to the most exclusive group in the wrestling community. And now, your hosts, first, from Omaha, Puerto Rico, Macho Rodriguez, and his tag team partner from New Brunswick, Canada, God's gift, Tyler.
¿Cómo estamos, mi gente? Welcome to another edition of Must Love Wrestling, as we are here to talk about Crown Jewel, Vince McMahon, LA Knight, MJF. Thank you so much for joining us on Wrestletalk 16. You believe it? It's Wrestletalk 16, bro. How are you, Tyler?
Wasn't last week like Wrestletalk 12? Like, are we like Goldberg now, where we're like stepping on ants and counting them as victories?
Nah, man. Every time I just do like a voice memo and send it to D, he marks it as a Wrestletalk.
Okay.
So yeah,
doing all right. A little tired, been a little bit of a hectic week. That's why we're late. It's my bad, but better late than never.
No, yeah, it's perfect, man.
And you know we're worth waiting for.
Absolutely. That's exactly what we're here to do, man. So once again, it's me, Macho Rodriguez, and Tyler, the Talent Taylor. I kind of like with the talent in the middle of your name. I like it better. It just feels more impactful. Yeah, it's like Randy Macho Man Savage. That's how he used to say it. I love that so much.
Thinking.
Yeah. So guys, we wanted to jump right in because today is a historic day in professional wrestling. Believe it or not, history doesn't happen often in pro wrestling, but we are able to talk about MJF. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Today marks the official broken record as Maxwell Jacob Friedman hits 347 days as the AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Tyler, there's no bigger MJF fan that I know than you. What do you think about him setting or breaking a record so soon into the company's history?
Well, as young as the company is, I mean, anyone who has any significant reign is going to probably, set a record here for a minute. I don't know how much longer he's going to keep it. So maybe they'll establish something that's, set for a while. But, I mean, you know how much I love records. So.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I thought to myself, why do they need to do this record right now? Why did they need to break this record so soon? But then I was like, you know what? This dude is the face of the company. There's nothing you could do about it. Like, look at right now. AEW Dynamite is on as we speak. This man was in 3 different segments in the first 25 minutes of the show.
Oh, excellent. I have something to look forward to.
Yeah. Say no more. I mean,
yeah. And I don't know if he would have broken it if Adam hadn't gotten hurt. Like maybe he would have lost the title to him quicker.
Maybe.
I just think that's where they had to kind of pivot and be like, look, I guess we're gonna go with this, and then that begot the Jay White thing, and you said he has 9 defenses.
Yes, I have them all written down here from when he won the title to Kenny Omega's match. He has 9 title defenses in a year.
So 9 in a little under a year. That's not. I feel like that's on par with other top titles in the business.
Sure. I mean, yeah. Since you bring up the title picture, why don't we just jump right in and talk about those matches here? So MJF starts his title reign on November 19th, 2022, as he defeats John Moxley at AEW Full Gear in at The Rock in New Jersey, where the Devils play, baby. I mean, that might have been the worst title reign that John Moxley's had out of the three, but we knew that it was specifically meant to get the title onto MJF. What did you think of the match when it happened?
I wasn't a big fan, honestly.
Whoa.
I liked the finish. I thought it was a creative finish where Regal kind of turns on Mox, but then I think he said I wasn't really turning on you. I'm just trying to prepare you for what's going to happen when I'm not here or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I thought they got a little creative with the finish.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was not it certainly wasn't my favorite thing on that show. And it's not. I don't think it's my favorite thing from his reign either. So
Okay. Well, his next title defense is against Ricky Starks, and this match was 15 minutes and 48 seconds, and it was the AEW World Title, and it was at AEW's 167 Dynamite. And Winter is Coming.
Winter is Coming.
Now,
Yeah, this was beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, I remember the promo. I remember the fact that it was the first time that I saw someone besides CM Punk actually hold that candle that says I might be the best promo guy in the biz. That was beautiful. I thought it set up Ricky Starks well. Obviously, they floundered him until Brian got a hold of him, but
yeah, I thought he was going to be a top babyface coming out of this, but yeah, it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't good. The match itself, I remember really enjoying this match. I remember even texting you. I remember I was laying on my couch and I texted you and I was like, they had a hell of a match. Screwy finish, but I think he punched him in the balls and rolled him up, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then MJF pulls a Brock Lesnar / Roman Reigns and doesn't defend the title again for 4 months. But then we get the 60-minute Iron Man match with Bryan Danielson. And this match actually goes 65 minutes and 15 seconds, and it's at AEW Revolution 2023 in San Francisco, California, where the Golden State Warriors play. This match, I mean, I haven't seen anybody dispel it. 65 minutes it went on, and it's already considered by most wrestling fans all over the world as the greatest Iron Man match of all time.
It's my favorite. I thought they had an awesome match, and I think I've said this on the show. I don't know if we were doing it yet at that point. But to me, the story of the match where they kept talking about, well, can Max go 65 minutes with Brian? It's was different and more interesting than the typical Iron Man match, which is just two guys wrestle good.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I genuinely like the Iron Man matches that people don't want to talk about. Like, I like The Rock versus Triple H. I like Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle. I like Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle. I like I believe I did mention some great wrestlers there, but I do believe that sometimes having differences like this never really work out. But this match itself was so good because it showcased Max in a way that we hadn't got a chance to see him at this point.
Yeah, I really love this match.
Mm-hmm. From there, we move on to AEW Double or Nothing 2023 in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we get the fatal four-way of the Pillars, where MJF defeats Darby Allin, Jack Perry, and Sammy Guevara in 27 minutes and 50 seconds. What'd you think of this match?
I thought it was fun. I remember there was a spot where they all did their mentors finish, which was cool. I thought it was a really fun match. I would probably put it third of the three defenses so far as overall quality.
Okay.
I mean, you got four guys in there, they're bouncing around doing a bunch of cool stuff. But as far as there wasn't a ton of storytelling. Like I said, I did really like the spot where they all did their mentors' little finish.
That was a good spot.
But yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. From there, a month later, we have AEW NJPW Forbidden Door, where we have MJF against Hiroshi Tanahashi in
Yes.
Toronto, Ontario, Canada. This
Yeah,
match
no
was 15
thanks.
minutes. I enjoyed this match. I thought Tanahashi
Really?
actually worked really well. Yeah, I thought he worked really well. I think it was I don't think he can go the way he used to because he's kind of like the John Cena of Japan, but I thought that it made MJF look good because it made him look like he can work almost any style. Because at this point, he worked John Moxley, who's kind of Stone Cold Steve Austin reincarnated in the ring when he's not doing hardcore. He worked Ricky Starks, who's a really good wrestler who leans towards sports entertainment. He works Brian, probably the most technically sound wrestler ever. He works Darby Allen, who is Raven slash Billy
Something.
Kidman. Yeah. And Jack Perry, who might
Edge
be
Edge called him Rey Mysterio splashed with Jeff Hardy all over him.
okay. Yep, I buy that. Then he worked Jack Perry, and then Sammy Guevara, who might be the most underrated talent in that company. Just for some reason, just people just don't want to give that kid a shot. So and then he works Tanahashi. So he works all these different styles. He's not working the same style over and over. I think that really showcased him, and it's really good.
Yeah, you're
Uh,
right in that aspect. That I didn't think about that. He's
mm,
definitely showed some versatility there.
yeah. And then the same month, just 4 days later, he defends the title against Ethan Page on the third episode of Collision. This match was only 10 minutes, but I mean, I thought it was serviceable. 10 minutes TV match.
You know, I didn't see this. This was the day I played my World Series event.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Yeah, so there you go. And then
I like both those.
August,
I like both guys, so I mean, probably was
yeah.
fun.
And then on August 27th, we have AEW All In, where MJF defeats Adam Cole at AEW All in London, England. And yeah, I mean, I wasn't a big fan of this match. I think I said that at the time. I still feel that way.
I really liked the match. The finish I didn't particularly wasn't a fan of.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the story they told where like Adam Cole was willing to like pile drive him on the announce table and Max wasn't willing to do it. To Max, the friendship meant more than the title. But yet somehow he still came out with the title.
Yeah. I mean, it was good. Just I guess not.
Yeah, I just would have liked
Right.
to have seen something at the end, you know.
Yep. After that, we have, which might be my top two match, which is a 20-minute match between MJF and Samoa Joe. Just a classic Dynamite match, Grand Slam at Arthur Ashe Arena in New York City. And yeah, man, I really enjoyed this match. I love watching Samoa Joe work. I think him, just like MJF, he can work any style. And I love the fact that MJF, just the way he goes over on him, he's a babyface who had to cheat. I thought that was pretty good.
Right. So he's like for one thing, it keeps Joe really strong.
Mhm.
Because as you see, Joe's still looking around, waiting for his rematch.
Mhm.
And it keeps the title on Max.
Yeah. And then last Saturday, MJF versus Kenny Omega, 30 minutes in the 20th episode of Collision. That match, what did you think of it?
I loved it so much. I've watched it a couple of times. I think it's either that or the match with Brian. It would be the best match of his career. Yeah, I really liked it.
The best match of
Of
MJF's career?
Max's career, yes.
Yeah, okay. No. I knew you weren't talking about Kenny's career. He has
No.
way too many matches.
No.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this match. I made a video on it pretty quickly. I believe what I liked about it was the fact that it's not like any other AEW match that we've actually seen. It really feels like AEW tends to do more indie style wrestling, meaning that they go from one hold to another, one spot to another. They don't really sell a lot because it's all about like the Ricochet / Will Ospreay type of matches, which I think are designed to be special for certain wrestlers, not for every single match. But I liked how MJF and Kenny worked a very classic wrestling match because, as most people said, as most people say, Kenny Omega is he's the bout machine, and he was amazing. And what I loved is, I don't know if you've ever seen highlights of MJF in the indies, but he worked his indie style, even his like backflip over the top rope. That's something MJF did as an indie worker. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed this. I also enjoyed the little promos at the end of the match that were kind of like you had to like Google, but I really want. I made this comment the other day. I want this to turn into a feud. I want these two to work each other more than just what we saw on Saturday.
Yeah, see, I thought, maybe it's gonna happen tonight. Is Max supposed to be? It's supposed to be a 4-on-4, right?
Yes, he was looking for tag partners. He went to Kenny Omega's dressing room, and Jericho slammed a door in his face.
Okay, because that's where I thought they were going when Kenny said, "I have something you want, and you have something I want."
Well, yeah. So far, it hasn't been announced, but we'll break news when it comes out.
Yeah,
all right.
That should be a fun match.
Yeah, agreed. I really enjoy what's happening with the Acclaimed and Kenny Omega. It's just really funny.
Yeah,
I mean the Acclaimed and MJF. I think it's really funny.
Poor Max Caster.
Yeah, I think it's hilarious.
Max Caster is Mankind circa 1997.
Yeah. But before we jump on to other news, since we have two pretty big topics to talk about in the machine, I wanted to talk about some other things that are happening with MJF, which is right now he might be the most wanted man in AEW. As we saw tonight, he is attacked by Wardlow, and Wardlow tells him, "You took everything that I wanted, so I'm going to take everything you love, and I'm going to do it when you least expect it." Wardlow just coming off his promo that he cut in front of a live studio audience 2 weeks ago, talking about how he wants what Max has, and now on his left hand on his wrist tape, he has the name MJF written there. So it's clear that Wardlow's coming for Max. And we know that Kenny Omega wants the world title now. And we know that Samoa Joe wants the world title now. I really enjoy what AEW is doing with this storytelling where everybody is after Max.
Yeah, he's got to be super paranoid. It's similar to kind of the story. Similar but different to what we had proposed for what they should do with Finn Balor and Damian Priest earlier in the summer, where Finn would be paranoid to win the title and be paranoid that he's going to lose it all the time to Damian or whatever. But in this case, Max has got to be watching for everybody.
Yeah.
I didn't see the promo from a couple of weeks ago, but I do like what he said tonight from Wardlow. I didn't know that. That's interesting because I kind of thought the 17 power bombs or whatever he gave Max kind of put paid to that story, but maybe not.
Yeah, maybe, sometimes people just want, sometimes people want to watch the world burn.
All right, well.
Yep. All right, so let's jump into some fun topics. So the other day I posted a TikTok about Roman Reigns leaving. The breaking news is that Roman Reigns is working this Saturday and he will not work again until the Royal Rumble. There's been a lot of people angry with this, but that is literally just 2 months away, guys. And Tyler, before I give an opinion, you wanted to talk about this subject, so why don't you start it?
Yeah, so I have zero problem with Roman Reigns, Joe Anoa'i, whatever you want to call him, going home and being with his family.
Mm-hmm.
I have zero problem if Brock Lesnar wants to work a part-time schedule.
Mm-hmm.
The problem I have is the WWE champion working a part-time schedule.
Interesting.
I just feel like if you're going to have that belt, then you need to commit to be working full-time or, just drop it. And again, I've said several times on the show, I think Roman Reigns doesn't miss a beat if he doesn't have that title. He could lose it in a triple threat match where he doesn't even get pinned. I don't think he misses a beat. So that's just how I feel. I don't have bro, you have been through all that you've been through. If you want to go home and be with your family over the holidays, by all means. I don't begrudge you a bit, but just leave the gold. Just set that on the couch on your way out.
See, I actually love what they're doing, and I've thought of it like myself. I think this was intentional. And the reason I thought this was intentional is because it's the best way to showcase the World Heavyweight title. Because with the WWE title barely ever being on TV, and for Roman to kind of like go away for a little bit at a time, it makes Seth's title no longer the secondary title. It makes Seth's title the other big belt. And right now we just watched Seth have killer feuds with Finn, with Nakamura. Now he's having this kick-ass feud with Drew.
Right.
And it just makes that title so much more important. And if Roman's there all the time, if he's wrestling for the world title all the time, he's going to be closing every show. He's going to be the focus of every pay-per-view. And now he's given time to other people. Like we're excited. We're wondering if Seth is going to close. We're wondering if Rhea is going to close. Like when Roman's there, he's the closer. Like him versus LA Knight Saturday, that's closing the show. I just really enjoy it. So I like that Roman's there because I grew up with old school wrestling, so I don't mind this.
Yeah, but the difference is there were only 4 big shows a year. Like we didn't have one every month.
Because that's all he needs to work. He's the biggest thing in wrestling. Like I'm not gonna call him the best at anything. I'm not gonna say that because I feel like that just like deviates the conversation. So that's what I will say is he's the biggest thing in professional wrestling. And he might be the biggest name. And I think that's why it's okay if this happens with him.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to affect me one way or the other, to be honest. Like, I wasn't mad when I heard it. It's not worth getting. And it's kind of what you said in your video. It's like it's not worth getting all worked up about. Like, just enjoy what you have. And there's a lot of good stuff going on, and that's how I'm going to try to. I guess that's how I'm going to try to do it from now on.
Yeah. I mean, that's exactly how I feel. Like, there's just so much going on right now. Like, we have the Judgment Day is out all the time, and
yeah, I will say this. I will say it's possible for there to be like a happy medium where like they're opening every show and Roman's like never defending the title. There's two different, it's possible to be somewhere in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
But because I know you took issue with people being mad at both.
Yeah, it's just like, guys, what the fuck? Like, make up your mind. We're either gonna be mad at something or we're just gonna be happy. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
I did laugh when I turned Raw on for a few minutes on Monday before the game, and the Judgment Day were coming out to open the show. It did give me a little chuckle.
Yeah, but they're the stars of the show.
Here we are again. Something else you guys, I know you and Pat talked about it. Was Sami Zayn really looking like a star?
Oh my God!
Do you think maybe like him and KO are both great? Do you think maybe they're just better apart?
Wow.
Like I think Sammy's better away from Kevin. We'll put it that way.
Wow. I don't typically pause like that. That is a great one.
Here's the thing. I think Kevin is just so good that when they're together, I think he maybe overshadows Sammy a little bit.
Yes.
Because Kevin is one of the 3 or 4 guys in the business to me.
Okay. Yep, not disagreeing.
So yeah, that's just me. Like I think Sammy benefits from being away from that because he can rub elbows with other stars, but like they're not like attached to him. Like Cody Rhodes is not attached to him. Jey Uso is not attached to him.
Yeah.
Although he wasn't overshadowed in the bloodline, so that's
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
mean, well, he played the Owen Hart to the Nation of Domination.
Right. He just
You
was
know what I
able
mean?
to play that role so well.
Yeah, really well. No, I love that. I love that. I just think right now Sammy's on another level. I actually think this version of Sammy is better than the version that was in the Bloodline. For some reason,
Ooh.
he just feels like even the crowd reaction, it just his promos are more passionate. I don't know what it is. This feels like a serious Sami Zayn. And I don't know. I really enjoy what's happening with him, and I'm excited. But from one big star on Monday Night Raw to another, we're going to talk about Drew McIntyre now, because a lot of people seem to be comparing Drew McIntyre's current run to the 1997 version of Bret the Hitman Hart. Now, you have stated on multiple podcasts that the heel run for Bret was your favorite version of Bret Hart. So why don't you tell us why you think this is a good comparison and why you're enjoying it so far?
So far, I had read this I think it was like a Sportskeeda article, which I usually don't give them a whole lot of credit, but
Mm-hmm.
I read it and I thought, it makes sense. Like he's slowly, it's like a slow burn. He, he's complaining about Jay. He doesn't trust him. Everyone's telling him to trust him, and he just doesn't. In his mind, he's right.
Yeah.
Because he's been wronged by this guy, so he's not just gonna. Oh, you follow the rules now. Okay, cool. We're buddies again.
Mm-hmm.
And so in his mind, he's right, and he's not willing to trust that. Put his trust in this guy and let him cost him another opportunity, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, I just think like Drew's so popular around the world that he has potential to do the heel in America, babyface everywhere else kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because after all, we know the rest of the world hates us.
Puerto Ricans or Canadians?
Well, okay, but we're in America.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't understand. This is
We're the Canada. We're their hat. I'm not sure what you are.
their ball sack. I don't know.
I guess.
I don't know the seasoning in their kitchen. I don't know anything like that. But yeah, I really enjoy Drew McIntyre as a whole. I'm a fan of his, undoubtedly. I like anything he does. Right now, I'm really hoping that some way he wins the title Saturday. They kick out Damian and he becomes like the main guy, the main champion in the bloodline. I don't think that's going to happen. That's just me. As I said in the podcast the other day, I've given up hope that Drew McIntyre is going to win the fucking world title. Like I've just given up. I feel like Drew is my Finn Balor to you. Like I've just kind of given up. Like it's just that's it. Like I don't know. It's just something about Drew for some reason. I'm a fan of his, and I don't really know what it is about him. I just really enjoy his in-ring work. I really enjoy his promos, his style, his look. I don't know.
He just does everything really well.
Yeah. To me, he's great. It's like I was watching the AEW match, the Brian Cage and Swerve's group versus the Hung Bucks, and I was just watching Adam Page work, and I was like, my God, this guy's so good. Like, I just love him, and I know I'm a big Adam Page mark on here. Yeah, nice. That match. That's the opening match. Nice. Yeah, but it to me it was just like I feel like we're in a good era right now of professional wrestlers where you can pretty much pick who your favorite is, or you could just have a bunch of favorites.
Right. Like those two guys you just mentioned, Adam Page, Swerve, Drew, all guys I just really enjoy. Just really lucky to get to see them work.
Hell yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited for what's to come. But guys, we have a pretty decent show to talk about after. So we're gonna jump after intermission. So let's jump right in there. Look at that. We're doing perfect on time, Tyler. Half an hour mark. That's pretty cool.
Jeez, wow.
Yeah, right. All
Yeah,
right,
there we go.
so we're gonna start with this day in wrestling history, guys. Let me pull up my notes here. Sorry. First thing in this day in wrestling history, let me talk to you. LA Knight turns 41 years old today, guys. That's crazy. I mean, that is just he's 41 and he might be the most popular superstar in wrestling today. Insane. Uh 20 years ago today, the Briscoes won their first Ring of Honor tag team title as they defeated Special K, which are two guys that trained me, Little Dixie and Izzy. So that's pretty cool. Insane Dragon. Those
That's
are
pretty
my
dope.
two
Yeah.
guys. Yeah, that was a pretty cool
Yeah.
thing. The Briscoes dominated Ring of Honor's tag team run scene with 13 title reigns that lasted over 1,485 days, more than double the days of the second place team, Ray Dragon.
Wow, they're second.
Yeah. In on this day in 1989, the Steiner brothers defeated the Freebirds to win the NWA tag team titles. This must be tag team day, guys. On this day in 2004, La Resistance, Rob Conway and Sylvain Grenier. Did I say that right, or do you want to say it?
Grenier.
There you go. Defeated Edge and Chris Benoit to regain the WWE Tag Team Championships. 11 years ago today, we lost Brad Armstrong at the age of 50. 26 years ago today, Bret the Hitman Hart made the biggest mistake in his entire career by signing with WCW, even though he was the WWF champion. Today is also the birthday of, I'm sorry, Pat, I got to do it, of the GOAT, Bobby the Brain Heenan. He would have been 79 years old today
Wait, why were you apologizing?
because Pat called Paul Heyman the GOAT. We kind of got into it yesterday.
I mean, sure. Yeah.
That's fine. Happy 60th birthday to badass Billy Gunn. Refused to call him the other thing. And that's it, guys. That's today in pro wrestling history.
What other thing?
I'm not saying it.
The thing that he goes by now?
Yeah, I'm not saying it. I don't
You're
like
not,
it.
you're not going to call him daddy ass?
No, you can call him that. That's gross.
That is a little strange.
Anyway, so Tyler, do you have a trivia question?
I do. In light of the unfortunate passing of Matthew Perry this weekend, there was another Friends cast member, Jennifer Aniston, who was rumored to be dating a wrestler at one point in the late 90s. Do you know who it was? Apparently not.
Wow. Let me take a guess. Late 90s.
Espanol. Lucha Libre.
What? Who?
You tapping out already?
Yeah, I'm tapping out. I don't even have a thought.
There was a rumor, and I think it was like early 97, late 96, that Jennifer Aniston and Rey Mysterio were a thing.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm serious.
I don't believe that little fucking jerk.
Well, I don't know that it's ever been confirmed, but it was a rumor.
Get out of here. That guy's a fucking deadbeat dad. No way. He's a deadbeat.
Well, I mean,
there's no way she would date him.
Brad Pitt wasn't doing so well there for a while.
He's not a deadbeat dad. He loves his children.
I didn't say that. I said he wasn't doing so well there for a while.
Oh, yeah. You think marrying Angelina Jolie isn't doing well?
Well, I mean, it certainly was a downgrade from someone like the classic all-American beauty queen of Jennifer Aniston.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
No, I would 6 days a week and twice on Sunday. I'm taking Jen Aniston over Angelina Jolie.
Just because you want a good wholesome girl, or
Yeah, maybe I don't know. There's something about Angelina Jolie that I've just never found her all that attractive. I mean, obviously she's a gorgeous woman, but like she's just never done it for me.
okay, yeah, I mean to each his own. I mean, don't get me wrong.
I'm
I'm
not
not
gonna be
saying
like, oh, she's
generation.
ugly, but like she's just
Yeah, yeah, to each his own. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh, Jen Aniston is ugly. No, she's
I
gorgeous.
thought
I
I
just
thought we
mean,
were thought we were headed for another Twilight segment there.
no, we're good. All right, guys. So September 16th, 1996, after being accused by his closest friends in WCW, Sting decides to come to the ring and face away from the hard cam, and he cuts a very short promo as his back is turned to the WCW faithful, and he says, I have carried the WCW banner. I have given my blood, my sweat, and my tears for WCW. So, for all those fans out there and all those wrestlers and people that never doubted the Stinger, I stand by you if you stand by me. But for all the people, all the commentators, all the wrestlers, all of the best friends who doubt me, you can stick it. From now on, I consider myself a free agent. But that doesn't mean that you won't see the Stinger from time to time. I'm going to pop in when you least expect it because one thing is for sure about Sting, and that's nothing's for sure. I love it. I love it. It's such a great promo. It might be my favorite promo he's ever cut.
I really like the line at the end. One thing's for sure, and that's nothing's for sure.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Yeah. That's kind of how he does it.
good times.
Mhm. Good stuff. All right, Guy. Do you have a match recommendation?
So I do. I did a little pivot since we were just talking about Drew.
Okay.
It's from NXT Takeover Brooklyn 3, I think. It's 2017. Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Roode for the NXT World Heavyweight Championship.
Nice.
You get to see a couple other guys that were mentioned here a few minutes ago. Ray Dragon
Dragon.
and
The
Adam Cole.
debut. hmm The
Yeah,
debut of Adam Cole, baby.
yeah.
That's when it all
That
starts.
show was real good.
Glorious. I won't give in. I won't give in until you're victorious.
Fun fact: it's also the first night I lived in this apartment.
Oh, okay, cool.
I
That's
was
awesome.
watching it. I watched it on demand after we got done unloading and everyone left, and I was just in my room by myself watching wrestling.
Nice. D, welcome to the chat. As he says glorious and then drops this little nugget here. Adam Cole under the devil mask. Ooh. Let's see if you're right.
I was gonna say if that's a spoiler, I'm gonna be really upset with you, D.
Oh, I don't think they're gonna spoil that yet. But yeah.
Did you see somebody had a theory that it was Punk? And
Yeah.
this whole thing that would be the greatest thing in wrestling history.
Yes. Listen, I mentioned that yesterday. We were talking about that with CM Punk, and I said that seems to be the rumor going around is that people think that CM Punk is under the mask. Now, I think CM Punk's going to the WWE. I think he's going to accept Shinsuke Nakamura's open challenge at Survivor Series. But
That would be dope.
yeah, that'd be dope as fuck. But I think that if he turns out to be the devil under the mask, I mean, if this is all a work from Tony Khan, what a great, like, he finally did something right. That's how I'll put it. He finally did something right.
Even if the whole thing wasn't work, like even if all this happened, there's nothing that says that he can't decide to try again.
Yeah, I mean, maybe
Couples get back together all the time. Like,
yeah, yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna jump into our second half, our main event of the evening. And first things first, let's talk about Vinnie Mac. As Vinnie Mac made massive headlines the other day by saying that Saudi Arabia is now the home for the WWE. Tyler, you haven't got a chance to speak on this, so why don't you tell me what you think of Vince calling Saudi the new home of WWE?
I mean,
As I eat my son's Halloween candy.
I think that's the stupidest thing he's ever said, and that's covering a lot.
Whoa.
Um, I think at this point, I just want Vince and Hogan to like go to Saudi Arabia and just stay there, and so we don't have to see them or hear from them anymore.
What?
I
Why?
just, what do you mean? Why?
I'm confused because of who he is as a person, as a human being, or you just mean you just don't want him around anymore?
Well, I don't want him to die. Like he has a family. Just go somewhere where he's not ruin in any way, shape, or form capable of ruining my wrestling.
Wow. I mean, I took it, as I'll say it here on our show, I took it as in the 80s and 90s, Madison Square Garden was his moneymaker. So he called New York City WWE's home or WWF's home. Now, the place that he gets the most money is Saudi Arabia. So I thought it wasn't really about laying the stamp, like laying the claim, like Saudi's our new home. I think he was just saying it as this is where I make my most money. This is where the company makes its most money. So this is our home. I think that's just kind of his way of paying respect to that area. But
I
your take is a
guess.
lot more fun.
I guess it's just like I mean, there are guys that won't even go there. Like there are guys that will not work there
Why? Why
because
would Tony Khan bring in Hulk Hogan?
what? Oh, well, why did he bring in Ric Flair? Like,
Because Ric Flair's Ric Flair. What do you mean?
yeah,
You have a problem with Ric Flair?
not necessarily. A lot of people do.
Because he's an old man? Because he whipped it out on a plane? Like, what is it that you don't like?
That's probably the one right there.
Okay.
And I mean, like, with full disclosure, if we only knew, I'm sure it's not the first time. In fact I know he said before that he would just wear nothing but his robe, and they loved it. So
I have a problem with Tony Khan bringing in people he said he was never going to bring in. Yeah, that is true, D. He said Ric
that
Flair
actually
would
is true.
never.
Hogan was banned, right?
Yeah, Hogan's band. Yeah.
Flair they were about to bring in when the whole Plane Ride from Hell Dark Side of the Ring episode aired.
Okay.
He was supposed to be coming in apparently,
Mm.
and they nixed it because of obviously the heat from the show.
Okay.
So I guess they figure it's died down enough. I just think he's Flair for me is another one of those guys who just he says things.
Yeah. But he's contributed so much to professional wrestling, going back to like the 80s when he wrestled like Dusty Rhodes and Harley Race and everything
Sure.
he did. I don't know.
I would have thought you'd have a problem because he seems to hate your boy
What?
Brian.
He loves Sting. Oh. Yeah. He doesn't just hate him. He's constantly comparing him to the flat earther AJ Styles. That's really frustrating.
As
He's
a
always
wrestler,
talking,
or
yeah, as a wrestler, he says AJ Styles is like miles better than Brian. And I just think to myself, that the amount of times that you must have been thrown off the top rope to come up with that fucking
well, he's
ridiculous
worked
statement.
AJ, right? So maybe that's
Sure. If he said Shawn Michaels was better than Brian Danielson, I'd be like, all right. All right,
Are you not an AJ Styles fan?
I am. I just never thought AJ was better than Punk or Bryan. I don't
No,
think he's better than
I
Kevin
don't. I don't.
Owens. I don't
I
think he's
don't
better
put
than
him
Seth
on that
Rollins.
level. You're
Yeah.
right. I don't put him on that level either.
The only person I think he's better than is Finn Balor.
All right, fuck you.
Anyway, all right.
I mean, he's obviously. I mean, let's be real. He's better than Sting.
Did you see the Instagram photo I sent you with the little boy?
I have not checked that yet. No.
All right.
You want me to check
There's
it? Do
this.
you want me to check it on air?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, I got my phone here.
Yeah. It's a really, really cool photo, and I think it has the caption in it as well.
Oh, geez.
No, it's a nice photo. It's a wholesome
No,
photo.
it's what it's not. Then it's not that. It's what I opened up Instagram to.
Mm.
Aw,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
You gotta make him a baby face. He's too wholesome to be a heel.
Yeah. So apparently, trick or treaters went by Finn Balor's house yesterday, and one little boy was dressed up as the demon, Finn Balor. So Finn took his time to take a picture with this little boy. I mean, yeah, Finn to me, that's why I can't dig him in the Judgment Day, because he is a babyface to me. He's one of those guys that's being forced to be a heel, and he's just not a good heel.
He just does not have a mean bone in his body.
Agreed. All right, before we jump into our crown jewel predictions, I wanted to ask you what your thoughts were on Sting calling Darby Allin his best tag team partner ever.
Where's the lie?
PWI has voted Sting's tag team with Lex Luger and himself as one of the 50 greatest tag teams ever for a reason.
Okay, well, that's just silly because.
What?
No,
What?
sorry, Lex Luger. I lost my train of thought there, trying to stay awake.
Lex Luger is one of the greatest of all time. What is wrong with
The greatest what of all time? Greatest disappointments of all time?
Why is he a disappointment? He's a two-time WCW champion. He's the longest reigning United States champion of all time. And not only that, one reign and a cumulative. He's widely considered the greatest US champion of all time. Greatest
I actually
US champion of all
just
time.
watched a list on greatest US champions right before we went on the air. According to Parts Unknown, John Cena is the greatest United States champion of all time.
John Cena is not even the greatest champion of all time. He's not even the greatest rapper in professional wrestling.
They're like they said his open challenge reign was the greatest of all time.
No,
which is great that he like gave shots to all these up and comers, but then he dropped the title to the friggin' champion of the world. Like,
yeah. The best thing John Cena ever did was drop the title to Carlito and get stabbed in a club.
stabbed in a club. Wow.
Yeah. Do you remember that?
I do.
Yeah. Guys, we're not really talking about John Cena getting stabbed in the club. That was the storyline that happened when Carlito beat John Cena for the US Championship. That's why he couldn't get his immediate rematch, because he was stabbed in a club.
I remember I was at my boy's apartment. He didn't have cable, but they got UPN. So that was the only reason we were even watching SmackDown, because I didn't watch it back then.
Yeah.
Then that just made me realize why. And then I think they had a segment with Luther Reigns, which the only good thing that man's ever done is his scenes from The Girl Next Door.
Oh, with Alicia Cuthbert.
Yeah, I love that movie.
That is a good movie. I liked her on the Ashton Kutcher show on Netflix. I thought she was good on
Yeah, for sure.
The Ranch. Yeah.
She's married to former Toronto Maple Leafs captain Dion Phaneuf.
Oh. Dion Phaneuf. Oh, breaking news, guys. Before we jump into our crown jewel predictions on AEW Dynamite today. Tyler, do you want me to break the news, or would you rather not know?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. MJF comes out to the ring in pink as he picked the Acclaimed as his tag team partners. And I see a lot of Twitter traffic. People are angry because MJF took the pin against Switchblade Jay White. This marks the first time MJF has lost in 12 months. That's
So
pretty
clearly he's not dropping the belt.
Yes, clearly he's not dropping the belt. But that's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
I'm
exciting.
a little underwhelmed that that's actually who he ended up teaming with, but
Who did you want it to be?
I don't know, someone bigger.
Like
I love the Acclaimed, but I love.
Jericho's back.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah. It's a good tag team.
Yeah, they were in 2009. I love the Acclaimed, but it just seemed like it would be like, like when Kenny Omega said what he said there, I was like, oh, okay, that's an interesting combination.
Right here, guys. This is the comment right here. Put the belt on
Jay Riso? Christian already has a title.
No, not that idiot. Oh my god.
What are you talking about? He's doing the best work of his career.
Yeah, he's fine. I feel like here comes D now to defend his boy. He's great. He's fine. Whatever. He's this is the first time in his career he's been more interesting than his kayfabe brother.
Yeah, I didn't really like that segment last week where Adam was just like, "Oh, I won't fight him," and Sting's like, "Man, we go way back." I'm like, "What? What do you mean you go way back?"
That felt like a work. Like
Have you ever been in the same company together at the same time?
I don't know. That's weird. All right, guys, we're going to jump into our Crown Jewel predictions. As Crown Jewel will be at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday.
I think this is the first time I've ever had the day off when one of those things was going on.
Cool. I'm going to be watching it with my babies. Arthur and Jordan will be watching Crown Jewel with me while Ashes. I don't know what she's going to make us, but she says she's going to make us something cool. So we're going to go to I don't know what the order is of the match, guys, but we are definitely going to go through them. So I'm going to get started with what I think is the opening match of the day, which will be Solo versus John Cena. Be careful what you say here. Arthur watches these, and he's a massive fan of Solo.
Okay.
So in case you're about to berate him, Mr. No Shoes, I'm not a big fan of Solo. He called me out for talking shit about him. So
okay. So here we have Joey Fatone against one of the new kids on the block, Donnie Wahlberg.
Wow. Donnie? Dang.
I guess maybe he can be Marky Mark. That makes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't care.
Yeah, I think this match is kind of just like, let's get Solo a quick win. That's how I look at it. I have Solo winning this match.
I hope so.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that makes sense.
Yeah. From there, we're going to move on to quite possibly the most. I don't know how to say it.
Wait, there's something worse than that?
No, I think this match that I'm talking about next will be better. I just think it's predictable, which is Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio Jr. Logan's winning the title. If he didn't win, I'll be shocked.
Has Logan won a match yet?
Yeah, he beat Ricochet.
Right? Yeah, okay, yeah.
So maybe Ricochet stops him from winning the U.S. title. That'd be kind of funny.
That would be funny.
Yeah. From there, we're moving on to an impromptu match thrown on the card, which is Cody Rhodes versus Damian Priest.
This should be fun.
Hell yeah, this should be fun. This should be a really, really good match. I'm looking forward to it. I like the fact that Damian broke out his version of the Crossroads on Monday. I thought that was pretty cool because they both used the move. Yeah. So I like that. Dueling Crossroads or whatever Damian called it. I enjoy this. I think this is going to be a good match, but come on, guys. Cody's winning.
Sure.
Yeah, just that simple. From there, we're moving on to the women's world title match with pits Zoe Stark against Shayna Baszler against Raquel Rodriguez against Nia Jax against Mommy Rhea Ripley.
All right.
Who do you got? Who do you got winning this match?
Rhea?
Yep. What? 100%. Yep. Rhea Ripley's winning this match. They're gonna beat Zoe Stark. I think that's why Zoe's in this match. To take the pin, to keep Nia strong, Raquel strong, Shayna clearly, and Rhea's the top person. So she's like the top star on Monday Night Raw right now. So why else would they do it otherwise? Otherwise, why did you do that, Tyler? Anyway,
I don't know why that was so funny.
yeah, neither do I. Anyway, from there we're gonna move on to the world heavyweight title match with his Seth freaking Rollins against Drew McIntyre.
Does
Seth,
does the title have the same? Does it carry the previous lineage, or does it have its own new lineage?
For
The heavyweight
Christian,
championship.
I mean for Christian, because I'm reading that here. For Seth Rollins, no, it's brand new, brand new.
Brand new. So we've already set the record for the longest title reign.
Yes.
Nah, Seth probably wins.
Yeah.
I was gonna say maybe they give it to Drew and then he can hold it for a few months and break the record.
That'd be cool. But yeah, I'm picking Drew. I mean, I'm picking Seth here. Yeah, I don't think Drew wins this match. I would like him to. I think that'd be pretty cool. Not because I want Seth to lose the title, just because I just really like Drew. Probably the same way, like I said, probably the same way you like Finn Balor. But
yeah,
I'm really.
If he's gonna get his moment, I'd rather it not be Saudi Arabia.
Why not? Those people seem so nice that go to the arena.
The people are, but the whole show is a blood money show. Wow.
Listen here. Listen here, Violent J's cumrag. You need to calm down.
What?
You need to calm down. All right, there from the Dungeon Podcast. Drew McIntyre does not blow. He might be one of the most underrated wrestlers in the company. Speaking of rated at all, we're going to go into quite possibly one of the strangest main events in recent memory. The Tribal Chief Roman Reigns against L.A. Knight. I'm picking Roman because it's Roman.
I mean, you can say his name all exciting if you want. It's not going to make me care anymore.
Oh my god, you're such a loser. Why do you hate Roman so much?
I don't hate Roman. This match does nothing for me. I have very low expectations, so maybe
this match will be iconic.
Match will be iconic, yeah.
That's what From the Dungeon said here. The match will be iconic. Just like my girls over there, Billy Kay and Cassie Lee. Iconic. I miss those girls. They were good.
They were really good, yeah.
Yeah. I really enjoyed their shtick. But yeah, guys, I mean, that's our prediction for Crown Jewel. We will be back next week. Tyler, are we back on Tuesdays or are we going to Wednesdays now?
I think we're going to Wednesdays. It's what it looks like. It'll be Wednesday night.
Yeah, Wednesday night. That's pretty exciting. I like that because I'm off on Thursdays now with my new job, guys. Yeah. Off on Thursdays now, so we'll be able to get up on here and give it to you good.
Well,
We're full of it today, guys. We're just very it's all the Halloween candy. That's what it is.
that must be why
November
you've
1st
got
is
it.
here.
You've got it, and I don't, because I didn't get any Halloween candy because don't have any kids.
What? You're telling me that your job didn't put out a bowl for kids in case they came in?
You know, I didn't even think to mention it to my boss, and then he was off yesterday.
Oh,
So, but we didn't actually. I didn't see a single person in costume.
that's strange. I wore
Yeah.
my Spider-Man onesie yesterday. Then I went to bed in it, and Arthur yelled at me. He said, I want to come sleep in bed with you. And I was like, get the hell out of here. Well, I'm wearing my Spider-Man jammies. And he got all mad at me. He's like, take those off. You're a furnace. And I was like, shut up. You go to your room. Like, this is my bed. Why do kids do that? You
You're
try
a
to elbow drop me in the middle of the fucking night. Get out of here.
You're a furnace. Is it not
Yeah.
cold there?
Yeah. It's
I was gonna say I thought it was
4 degrees right now.
I thought it was freezing here. It was like 61 when I was driving home.
You thought it was freezing?
Listen, that's
Get out of
cold.
here. That is not cold. All right.
For
If I
here,
went
for
outside
here.
right now, my nipples could cut glass. Get out of here.
Shout out Chandler Bing.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be great. I love it. All right, guys. Well, that's
That was
pretty much
that was his line, right? When he was
Yes.
smoking out the window. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's been our show today. Definitely gonna be excited to watch Crown Jewel this weekend. Maybe Tyler and I can get on later that night and do something. We'll check and see. Oh nope, Tyler can't do it.
I
So
will not
probably
be home this weekend.
Ooh.
Maybe. We'll talk.
All right, sounds good. We'll talk about it. We'll figure out what we're gonna do later on. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Tyler, is there anything you want to say before we go?
Now that you put me on the spot, enjoy the pay-per-view this weekend, guys.
Yeah.
And hopefully LA Knight and Roman's not as boring as I think it'll be.
It's not gonna be boring. Roman Reigns is amazing. He's amazing. Come on now. Come on.
I'm sure he's an amazing father.
You're the Grant Cohn of the wrestling world. You just want to hate on everything.
Is that
some guy? He just hates the 49ers. He gets paid by Sports Illustrated just to bash the 49ers. He works for them, and that's what he does.
For free.
Yeah, exactly. Of course you do, because your team can never beat them. Anyway, guys.
Look, buddy, my team can't beat anybody.
Well, I mean, you have a starting quarterback. That's what matters.
You can have him. You're more than welcome.
I'll take him. He's pretty good. Ooh,
yeah.
I didn't even mean to do that.
Oh yeah, and Lewis and I are playing each other in fantasy football this week, so we'll see if we're speaking at the end of the weekend.
Yeah, that's right. I was gonna play Jordan Love against you, and then I was like, nah, if Jordan Love goes off, that'd be fucked up. Anyway, all right, guys, thank you so much that we have deviated from wrestling a couple of times today. So we'll tend to do that.
There was not a 10-minute Twilight segment this show, so there's
but we did get a lot of good feedback about that Twilight segment, so that's pretty cool. Maybe we'll figure out a way to segue and get some more of those things in here in the future.
Edward Cullen is the fourth most interesting person out of his own siblings.
The fourth?
Yeah. He only has 3 siblings and he's fourth.
You think that Jasper, Alice, and what's her name? Rosalie are more interesting than he is?
Yeah, he's just a whiny little punk.
What makes him whiny?
Because all he does is whine. Oh,
I'm
so conflicted. Do I have a soul?
He's quiet. He doesn't say anything.
He's whiny.
Are you insane? He doesn't say anything.
He doesn't have an interesting backstory with Jasper with his military thing. Rosalie has a reason for hating what she is because she never wanted to become it and she was forced to. Alice is just adorable. Plus, I think her backstory would be very interesting if we ever got it. And Edward's just kind of sucks.
You're just mad he got the girl.
I mean, I did name my cat after her.
You named your cat after Bella? Like Bella
Yeah, because
Swan?
he was super clumsy. And he would bump into everything just like she's supposed to be all clumsy and would fall and listen, I was a
D,
big
what's wrong with you? Don't call me out here.
I was a big Twilight fan back in the day. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. I remember Ash read the books. I forgot about this. She reminded me, and then she made me read them after her. So I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, because that new moon scene where the breakup, I remember it being a lot more harsh in the book than it was in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I read them after going through a breakup, so I don't know. I was emotional.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the worst. It's the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's whatever. They're decent movies. They're fine. I
Books are
I
much
just
better. The movies
I
are all right.
recasted a lot of them in my head. I thought to myself, I feel like I can cast this movie better than the way they did here. You
I
know, like
mean,
the guy who played Jacob might be the worst actor I've ever seen in my life.
he's not great.
Yeah, I mean, God bless you, Taylor, whatever your last name is, but
But
you're
he's
just
been with Taylor Swift
not.
and we haven't, so he's a better man than we are.
Yep, there'll be no Taylor
Um,
slander here.
um
I don't
and
feel like I want that hate.
poor yeah, really. I like the girl. Poor Robert Pattinson being forced to play such a terrible character.
I mean, yeah, he was great in Water for Elephants. He was great
He's he's just great.
in The
That's all you.
Lighthouse, which was a really strange movie, came out last year. He's amazing as Bruce Wayne.
You can
He's
just say
amazing
he's
as
great and then you stop. That's all you need to say.
no, he's amazing as Cedric Diggory for all those
I
people that
don't
aren't
know what that.
Potterheads.
I don't know what that is.
Harry Potter,
Okay.
motherfucker. It's Harry Potter. All right. He's from Order of the Phoenix. He's in Hufflepuff. All right.
And
Listen,
if you really want to get your estrogen tonight, I've been watching Gilmore Girls clips on TikTok.
Gilmore Girls.
Gilmore Girls.
My birthday sister's in there. Melissa McCarthy shares my birthday, yo. Suki.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm really digging the Rory Logan thing.
The fuck that you could say that knowing that George Clooney was Batman.
I wasn't sure if
Is
you were. I wasn't sure if
insane.
you were coming for him or me.
The hell? You're insane. George Clooney played Batman. Val Kilmer played Batman. Come on, guys. Come on now, D. Don't get me. Val Kilmer's Batman has a lisp. He did it on purpose. Like what? What the hell?
That's Batman Forever, right?
Yeah, it's Batman
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
Come on now. How dare you? How dare you? He said George Clooney's Batman is better than Robert Pattinson. He might be a better actor than Pat, but he's not better than Pat. Oh yeah, no, I love Ben Affleck's Batman. I want more. It's just unfortunate. It's too late. Batfleck. Yep. What's your problem? You don't like Ben Affleck's Batman?
Not particularly.
Get the fuck out of
And
here.
I like Ben Affleck.
Of course, yes. The Accountant, my favorite Ben Affleck movie ever.
So good. So good.
Yeah, it's such a great movie. Love it. Love that when he does that. Solomon Grundy lived on a Monday. I love it. That's such a good movie. Anyway, we might as well turn the fucking end of the show into like movie corner as we just sit here and we just like talk about so many like different things.
Well, we gotta, give the people what they want.
What do you say here? Ben Affleck's Batman is the best, just like Henry Cavill is the only Superman. Oh my god. I agree with the Henry Cavill thing. I love Henry Cavill. Thought he was the perfect Superman. Do not think Ben is better. There's this dude who played Batman in 2005, 2008, and 2010.
Yeah, that dude did all right. Yeah.
Yeah, that dude did phenomenally.
He did
So
he did a
yeah,
solid job. Yeah.
there's this dude that I saw when I was 5 years old. Oh, I was 4 in 1989 in the movie theater in July of 1989. He's a pretty good Batman. He's pretty good, pretty fucking good. He was really good in
Wait,
the Flash too.
what did you? Wait,
The Batman, Batman.
um. Oh, Michael Keaton.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know.
I'll fucking kill you. Watch your mouth. Michael Keaton is a national treasure. He
I
is
didn't say anything.
amazing. Okay, he's a national treasure. He made Michael Keaton, dude. Michael Keaton is top 3. You mean one? One. Michael
No,
Keaton is one.
let's be real. No, that's Christian Bale.
He was until the Flash movie came out. Because even though what the Flash movie lacks in nuance and character and all of that stuff, it makes up for the fact that it has the best version of Batman we've ever seen on screen.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I believe it will be showing on the boat.
Oh, okay.
They have like a drive-in, but like over the pool kind of thing.
This motherfucker said Adam West. I not gonna disagree with that. I would say Keaton, Bale, and Adam West are the 3 best Batmans. Ooh, don't forget about my boy Kevin Conroy. I am vengeance. I am night. I am the Batman. Kevin Conroy was the best. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace to Kevin Conroy.
I don't
That
know who
fucking
that is.
It's from the Batman animated series, Tyler, from when we were
Okay.
kids. From
Yeah,
Fox.
I didn't watch it.
The Mask of the Phantasm. Come on now. How dare you?
The only cartoon I really remember watching is like Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah, that was the
Oh, and
shit.
Astro Boy.
Astro Boy. That's interesting.
Yeah, I thought I was Astro Boy. I like to jump off of things, and my teachers were concerned for probably not the last time.
Listen, D. He just said Kevin Conroy's number 5 and Bale's number 4. You're out of whack. I'd say Affleck is number 6. He's probably number 6. Yeah. He's probably number 6, yeah. Val Kilmer and George Clooney firmly at the bottom. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pattinson's definitely top 5 though. That was so good. So good, so realistic.
I gotta be honest
Boy,
with you.
huh?
I gotta be honest with you. I still haven't seen it.
You would get the fuck when we get off here. Go watch it. It's amazing.
I just love him so much that I'm sure he was great, but
Then watch it. What are you afraid you're gonna like touch yourself? Just go watch it. It's really good. You're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna wind up watching it. Well, it's on Max. I don't know if you have Max.
not
I own it. I bought it when it came out, so I didn't have to worry about that. As soon as I saw it went digital, I bought that shit. I was like, "Yep, I want to be able to watch this whenever I want." You could take your gay Robert Pattinson and show him your fake Batman up your culo. What the fuck?
What's a culo?
Ass. That's a lot of homophobia coming from a really small man. What are you, like 5'2.5", D? The fuck? You're the same size as our buddy Kenny.
Yeah, I could hear him saying that too.
Yep, 100%. I could hear that and be like, "What are you guys talking about? The Notebook, best movie ever, best movie all time."
Oh, I thought it was "P.S. I Love You."
Oh, that's a good one.
Or is that just the theme song?
P.S. I Love You?
Yeah, he had me listening to James Blunt, some songs from that movie at his apartment one time when I came up. You were there. I don't know if you were there. Yeah, we played. Were you there? We played poker. Mikey was there.
He said, "I'm 5'10", fool." Anyway. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining our random end of the podcast. So we appreciate you so much, and we look forward to talking with you next week. Please hit us up on our socials. And yeah, we're out.
Out.